Indeed, and fillies very much ruling the roost this evening, both at Gowran Park and at Kempton, as Agapanther wins for Hollie, Doyle and Heather Main, an opening mark of 55, very much on the lenient side. And her fourth start, she gets off the mark. But let's take it from the start, Steve, where it was quite dramatic at the gates.
Yeah, the horse that Alex mentioned, Dangerous Rascal, seemed to dive right and cause a bit of problems in most to the Mad Monk, most importantly the hot favourite, who was done no favours and got shuffled back and then got behind a horse who's running keen, who was trying to get some cover, My Lovely Sylph, there in the yellow cap. So nothing quite went right for the Mad Monk early on, considering that this is a horse that probably wants a little bit further. And the other one next to the Mad Monk, the horse I fancied, Thierry, just way too keen, even dropped back to 7 furlongs, so they need to settle down Thierry. But you look up front, and we won't say this for the last time tonight this season, Hollie Doyle in the right place up front and controlling things, and she's judged it perfectly, as we've come to expect of one of the top riders on Agapanther, who, like you say, she was making a handicap debut. It was hard to get a grip really on the form. She'd run last time at Wolverhampton from the front and just backed out of it a fair way out, but she lasted a lot longer this time, and I think that's probably because she didn't go a particularly fast pace. And you see on the wide outside here, the Mad Monk going all too late, and the other one finishing was the one that caused the trouble at the start, Dangerous Rascal, and in between is Smart and Flyer, who is run a particularly solid race, but again was in the right position just behind the pace, so was a bit flat. It was a rough old race, this, and I think it takes some picking out, but there's certainly reasons not to give up on the Mad Monk, especially when he goes up in distance, and I think it's just another example of Hollie Doyle riding them all to sleep from the front.
Indeed, and you were saying to me mid-race that they're all rather on top of each other because they haven't got much of a pace, and that was all, of course, down to Hollie setting those fractions from the front, which has worked a treat. And the Mad Monk was very much one of those that suffered, I think, from that lack of pace on the outside. Just could never really get much cover, and once you're that far back too, around that wide bend at Kempton, it's very difficult to make ground, even if you are the Mad Monk, who was in the form of his life. But it is the winner, Agapanther, for Hollie Doyle and Heather Main. She's done it pretty nicely on handicap debut as well, very much at the vanguard from the beginning of the contest, and she stayed there the entire time. There's the rainbow. Pot of gold for Agapanther, 8-1. Hollie Doyle and Heather Main teaming up for Share Winner and Wetumpka Racing. Second was Smart and Flyer, 12-1. Third, Dangerous Rascal, a big run at 28-1. And the winning time, 1:26.41, 2.91 seconds above standard. Right, let's get back to Gowran Park and